Su puta madre. Respuesta automática. En estos momentos nuestras oficinas están cerradas y tendremos su solicitud tan pronto como podamos. Gracias a esa compañía. ¿O sigue Dwayne? ¿O sigue Jewel Papers? Ahora no me acuerdo. Va.
Sure, I'll come over and pick you up.
Capo.
Let's go, Star.
Me acabo de dar cuenta que la tipografía de...
Nico, my man, Roman.
Antes no-
Still gambling all his money out here. I'm afraid that is what Roman will do with any money he gets. Hopefully Mallory will be able to straighten them out one day. I'll find out and I'm looking for a buyer. Hopefully he won't gamble her away as well. Sometimes I think he would put her on the table if he had the chance. He doesn't hold on to much for long. I'm amazed he managed to save enough money to be able to afford the cab depot in the first place. Seeing, there's always people around for lending money to a man, especially if the man have a habit like Roman. See? Sure. You think Roman's addicted to gambling? You think him have a real problem? Channel can't throw him one away to them con man in a star. I'm a real idiot to them. Maybe his problem. Maybe he just need to get something out of his system. He don't like the cars and the guns as much as you and me do. And the money I get to them, spend upon sisters are sensible. I don't throw my money away, you know.
Cheating your representations of data. Wow, them.
Mr. Ricky Gervais.
Whoa. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it really is me. Calm down. I do a lot of work for charity. I don't do enough. They say you can always do more. But I look at it like this. It's a pain, isn't it? Nothing in it for me. Do a lot of work for cancer. That's my chosen charity. Do a lot of work for people with cancer. And they're welcome to it. But I will say this. If I ever get cancer myself, I'm going to walk into the nearest hospital and go, right, I paid for that machine. Get that little bald fucker off it. Talking of little bald fuckers, I did the teenage cancer gig last year. What? No, I'd done it 2 years before, but they called again last year. We're still ill. You lasted. It's a great gig, though. The kids with cancer get in for free, and you meet them afterwards, and, you know, they come backstage and you sign stuff for them. And I was doing the gig this last year, and I looked down and I recognised one of them. And I thought, oh yeah, he came backstage 2 years ago. He was telling me about his illness, and he said he was 18. And that was then, that was 2 years ago, so now he must be 20. So how the fuck is he still a teenager? And I was doing the gig, and he was laughing along, and I was thinking, yeah, you laugh it up, mate. I was fuming. And eventually it got too much for me. And I went, all right, mate, I recognise you. I went, hello, yeah. You came backstage 2 years ago? I went, yeah. I said, you said you were 18 then? I went, yeah, so you're 20 now? I went, yeah. I said, get out. And I called security, and they came. He struggled, but he was weak. I mean, I think they worked out, because although they had trouble getting hold of him to start with, you know, but eventually his drip nearly had someone's eye out. The crowd started booing. I went, hear that? They don't want to see someone like you take the piss out of me. No money. I do a lot of work for AIDS as well. I've worked for AIDS charities for many years, from the mid to late 80s. And back then, people, they didn't know what's this new disease called AIDS. I mean, it's gone from strength to strength now, hasn't it? It's gone global, it's doing very well. Got its own day and everything. World AIDS Day, 1st of December. I don't think it'd ever take off like Christmas. We don't do anything in our house, no decorations. You can't even get a card. They don't do, sorry, you got AIDS cards. They don't exist. Fascinating fact about AIDS. People always learn stuff from my lectures. This is absolutely true. The HIV virus was actually a combination of two separate viruses in rhesus monkeys, and it formed a rudimentary form of AIDS. And this was passed to chimpanzees. Sometimes chimps will get a bloodlust and they'll eat a rhesus monkey, and it sort of mutated and evolved in chimpanzees. And because we're 98.6% genetically identical to chimpanzees, it was able to be passed to humans. And the first human contracted AIDS when he was chopping up chimp meat and cut his finger. Although that's the excuse I'd have given. You'd have to come up with something, wouldn't you? Doctor goes, well, you're the first human to contract AIDS. You go, is that bad? Yeah, it can be. Well, how would I have got that? 2 ways. 1, you were fucking a chimp up the arse. No way. What's the other way I could have got it? Well, I suppose you could have been chopping up a chimp and cut your finger that one. I bet he went straight out into the jungle and found that chimp. And went, oi, you fucking gave me AIDS. I gave you what? You gave me AIDS. I gave you a blowjob. Shush. No, I got AIDS from you. Well, how did I get AIDS? From eating monkeys. I don't eat monkeys. You're either eating them or fucking them. I was eating them. Tastes like chicken. That's how it happened. Thanks very much. Good night.
Es una promesa.
Yo, I'm gonna have a good time in a star.
Yeah, man, see you.
Había hecho una- ¿Será de ella? ¡Sí es de ella! ¡A huevo! Ahora bombón, así que se encontró la mina de oro al final del arco iris. Es rebuscar entre toda la mierda y los salados inútiles de Crapleys hasta encontrarme. Bueno, mientras no me asesines y me tires al Humboldt, o sea, al río, puedo salir contigo una vez. La blocosfera está rebosada de historias de citas terroríficas. Podría ser el último monstruo de Crapleys y hacer gritar a todo el mundo. Y a mí. Sí. Recójame en la S en Lancaster sobre las 18 del domingo. Un besazo. No sé por qué, pero siempre tiene una debilidad de la gente que escribe con un besazo, cosas así. Como que le dan énfasis a las palabras. Eso me gusta un poco. Hola, suena bien. Estaré ahí, Nico. Buen easter egg. Ah, bueno, hablado de abogados.
Mr. Bellick, this is Karen from Goldberg, Lichtner, and Shyster. We'd like to arrange an interview for you at the earliest convenience. Come into our offices at noon tomorrow. Is that all right?
I can free that period up in my schedule.
Super. Your interview will be with Mr. Goldberg. Press the buzzer and we'll let you in. Have a nice day.
Luego voy a hacer los que diga.
I have an interview with Goldberg tomorrow.
Perfect. This smug bastard ain't gonna know what's coming at him. Teach him for sticking his nose in other people's business. Get the file.
Vamos a ver el easter egg. Pero para eso... Me quiero celular, pero no puedo. Para eso... Vamos a tener que ver... Vamos a necesitar un helicóptero, básicamente. La cosa es que ya no me acuerdo cómo se robaba. No. No.
I'm robbing you. Don't freak out.
Seguramente ya lo sabrán. Porque sale en todos lados. Pero Hillary Clinton, la que quiso ser presidenta, en algún punto denunció a Rockstar porque por un contenido que ni siquiera había aparecido, que era de Hot Coffee, que eras tú, le decías a una chica, oye, ¿quieres un café caliente en San Andreas? Y la chica decía, sí, yo quiero café caliente. Y básicamente entrabas a la casa de ella o la tuya, cogían, era un juego sexual, y pues nunca se puso en el juego, no aparece en ningún lado, salvo en los códigos. Y en los códigos hay gente que lo destapó, lo puso a funcionar, y pues era como un mod básicamente. Hillary se dio cuenta de ese, dijo, como que la verga, puede ser que se esté jugando cosas así, piense de los niños y la fregada. Y perdió el caso, o sea, valió verga, o sea, hizo un desmadre. Pero Rockstar No se quedó con más cruzado. Y te preguntarás, ¿se ve diferente la cara de la Estatua de la Libertad? Y yo te diré, es correcto, es Hillary Clinton. Y no es una antorcha lo que sostiene. Es un vaso de café caliente. Ah, la verga. Se lo mamaron. Pinche Rockstar. Y creo que no dice nada específicamente aquí en la tarjeta. No sé qué dice, la verdad. Dice julio 4 de su puta madre. De 500 creo que 50. No, yo creo sé qué es. No, es en inglés. Pero no puedo ver. Solo que poner sharpest, most intelligent o algo así. No lo leo. Shit.
Brucey, I'll pick you up in the next hour.
Luego vamos a ver el corazón. Verga. Mejor recancelo. Porque tengo la cita con la morra.
Sorry, Brucey. I got to cancel our deal.
Su puta madre, el domingo. Hoy es sábado. Culpa mía. Luego le llamo. Bueno, vamos a ver persona ahorita. El pedo es que ya no me acuerdo si era la de allá abajo o la de aquí arriba. Según yo creo que es la de aquí arriba. Voy a tirarme. No, que encima, qué bueno. El pedo es la bajada. A ver, ¿es aquí? No, no es acá. Creo que es aquí. Dice no hidden content this way. Qué hijos de puta. Dicen, no hay contenido oculto en ese camino. Y hay contenido oculto en ese camino. Qué cabrón. Vamos a subir. Espero que se escuche bien. Quiero escucharlo así. Tuc, 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 tuc. Ya se escucha. De hecho ya se ve, pero eso no se lo ven. El corazón de Liberty City. Con todo y vena. Digo, arterias. Y se le puede disparar. Pero no pasa nada, no se desangra. De los easter eggs más bizarros de todo el juego, la verdad. No sé si están en los DLCs. No lo he probado. No recuerdo haberlo hecho. ¿A que sí, guapo? No recuerdo haberlo hecho. Pero probablemente sí estén. Es bueno. No le pasa nada. Creo que la cadena no le pasa nada. La atraviesas. Pero sí. Ese es el easter egg más bizarro que hay.